king, I am not a god, I am Humpday!
What's good, Tano? Previously in Warframe, we did Hero Prime build for level cap. In today's video, we're taking his signature weapon Scourge Prime to level 9199 Steel Path enemies in Warframe. Scourge Prime known for the aura to land headshot with your secondary weapons, but in today's video is different. We will make use of his aura to make sure the Scourge can kill by himself level 9999. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe, as 79.9% of you watching and not subscribed, and by liking you help a lot the algorithm. Now, as always, before I build my weapons and my warframes, I rely on my method called DVS, and I promise you if you follow it, you will create your own powerful builds, and this is a key on how to mod in Warframe. Now, if you don't like my methods on how to proc viral and armor strip enemies, it's okay. You can check this sheet right here. It can help you maneuver around my methods to find your own style. As in Warframe, we can do things in many different ways, but the results pretty much always the same. Now, please stick to the community guideline what to do and not to do in the comment section below to keep it a very constructive feedback so everyone benefit. Now, remember, Tano, that I take Revenant as he's a tank, so I don't boost the weapon in any way. And also, I don't use any Revens as I don't want you to spend your platinum. Also, even if I use a Reven, the chance that you're gonna have the same Reven is so low. And even if you have the same one, the tiers will not be the same. And I can't guarantee you have the platinum for it. So, Revens, you don't find them in any of my builds. Now, we take builds to level cap because level cap is the best place where you can test weapons performance. And is the best place you can test the Warframe tankiness. Remember that. Now, level cap is boring for some Thanos, I understand that. And level cap may be very easy for some Thanos, I understand that. But the idea here is I do it so you don't have to. So you can watch my video and you watch and check the performance of the Warframe or the weapon so you have a whole idea would you build or invest in that. Now, why level cap? Level cap has something called an increase of EHP at its maximum. Now, EHP means enemies increase on their health, on their shield, on their overguard by level. Now, if we take a small example right here as Thrax Centurion, level 55, the EHP on this guy is 563,000. Now, if we boost this one to 500, you can see right here, the EHP on normal path is 9 million, steel path 22 million, and overguard is 1 million. And health, 866,000. Now, if we push this one to 9,199, EHP 112 million, overguard 15 million, health 3 million. Now, you tell me, wouldn't you like to see weapons perform against this level rather than a build just too low steel path? Now, think about it and let me know in the comments. First thing you need to learn is how corrosive works. The first stack of corrosive will reduce enemies armor by 26%, and every stack after will reduce enemies armor by 6%, 10 stacks, 80% armor strip. So we run 2 Emerald Darkon shards to push the stacks of corrosive from 10 to 14 to armor strip enemies 100%. You can run 1 Tau Forge or 2 Tau Forge, up to you. That's 1 Tau Forge will reduce enemies armor by 98%. 2 Tau Forge is a waste of resources. Now, 3 Violet Archon Shards, they're for melee weapons, so they are irrelevant. And the 2 Emerald Archon Shards are optional if you're using another source of armor stripping, like for example, a Fox Skull like Yunairo, or a helmet ability, Thorough Strike, Pillage, Terrify, etc. Now, Revenant Prime, and you can apply this in any Warframe you want, and don't be frightened from Worthy Camaraderie, as you can replace it with Brief Respite if that's your way of survival. Both are tested and works just fine. Worthy Camaraderie 75% weak point critical chance, thanks to the alt fire of the Scourge to land headshots. Weak points is very easy even if you are bad at headshots. Acceleration for fire rate, and this is the arcane you want to replace if you want to use Energize, Aegis, Guardian, whatever you want to use. Arcane Rage for damage, the rest of the mods doesn't matter, and the helmet ability doesn't matter because the weapon itself will be broken, viral, and corrosive. Now, Scourge Prime, the unique trait. Alternate fire, the button in the mouse wheel, like you're performing a heavy attack or you are activating or deactivating in current format. Altfire throws a spear gun enemies within 14 meters of impact gain bullet attractors on their head for 3 seconds, like a bubble, energetic bubble near their head. Effect pulses periodically for 20 seconds. Now, the way we mod this simply: Grey Rounds for cold, Malignant Force for toxin and statue chance, Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot and on kill more multi-shot, Surration for damage, Galvanized Aptitude for statue chance, and 40% direct damage per statue type affecting the target. Private Bane of Orokin is multiplicative damage against the faction you're fighting. You want to replace this every time you're fighting a different faction. Critical delay for critical chance and negative fire rate. Vital Sense for critical damage. Primary Deadhead for damage. And headshot multiplier and weapon recoil. Now, of course, you can switch things around primary equity for the weak point damage and weak point critical chance, but you have to take off the galvanized chamber. So you're gonna replace this in here, and then you're gonna take down critical delay, or keep it if you really wanna go even further. So, but that's not for today video. Maybe next time when I take it and test it at level cap, I will confirm it works good and fine, and then I will release another video. Now, for the Thanos that doesn't have primed mods, and they ask how to get them. You get primed mods from Boroketir. He comes once every 2 weeks. You need Ducats. Ducats you get them from any relay by crushing your prime and necessary parts. Simple as that. Now, if you don't have them now, and you can get them now, you can replace primed Creo rounds with the Rhyme rounds or Creo rounds. Depends on what level you are and what you have. Simple as that. Now, Primed Bane of Orokin, you can replace it with a normal, like, version of primed mods. Let's say this one, Bane of Orokin, if you want so. But there is Thanos that doesn't like to use multiplicative damage faction mods because they say, oh my god, we're gonna replace it. Primed Shred is one amazing option to increase the fire rate, to negate the minus fire rate from critical delay. That's one. If you're using Invisible Warframe, Spectral Serration is the way to go. And of course, you have to replace it instead of Serration right here. And then you can replace Private Bane modes with something else. I got confused. So you go put Spectral Serration in there, and Hunter Munition in here, and you'll be good to go. Okay, now other Thanos may like different things, but Vigilante Armaments, and so on, or Via Acceleration for high fire rate, and you can choose whatever you want. Even for Magnetic against overguarded enemies and shielded enemies will be working like just fine. Now moving to the Galvanized mods, you get them from Arbiters of Hexis. After doing the arbitration, you need Vitus Essence. The first NPC on the left will sell you the Galvanized aptitude after you get them from arbitration, like I just said. Now, if you have a Riven with CCCD damage, Serration is what you replace. If you have a Riven with multiplicative damage against faction, Primed Bane of Orokin is what you want to replace. If you have a Riven with Toxin, Malignant Force is what you want to replace. If you have a Riven with Cold, Primed Creo rounds is what you want to replace. Now let me know in the comments below what's your Riven, so I try and help you place it on the build. The rest doesn't matter. Good deal, Toxicist in the build, in the channel, Galvanized or Glaive Prime build in the channel. Madurai is the Fox Skull I use. My amp is 177. Raplak Prism for Pascaffold Surt's Brace. Raplak Prism from Cetus, the rest is from Fortuna. The Arcanes, Eternal Enslout and Eternal Eradicate, if you're asking. The companion I use is my favorite Nautilus Prime. Cordon to pull enemies duplex for the clones, Assault to attack, Vacuum to pull the loot, Manifold for more Cordon, and then we got Shield, Armor, Health, Reinforced Bond for fire rate, and Tenacious Bond for 120% critical damage if your sentient weapon has 50% plus critical chance. For that, I use Verglas Prime, but the cons of Verglas Prime, it needs a Riven to reach the 50% plus critical chance. Otherwise, even with critical delay, you will not make it. So, If you don't have Verglas Prime and you don't have a Riven, it's okay. Prime Laser Rifle, Vorklock, or Burst Laser Prime will get you there without a problem until you upgrade your arsenal. Now, of course, I'm not going to use Revenant. I will use this time Excalibur, and this Excalibur is just like rank 30, Vortic Camaraderie, and this, and there's pretty much nothing in here to show you the performance in Simulacrum. Let's go. As always, summoning level 230 heavy corrupted gunners. How I can summon level 230 in my Simulacrum is because I am legendary 5 or mastery 35, and the level of enemies in Simulacrum they are higher when you have a higher mastery. So the alt fire is simply like so, and boom. Now as you can see, they have this like energetic aura around them. So even if I shoot away from it, like here, for example, let's put this one again. So if I shoot right around here, we'll land headshots on them. You see that? Simple as that. Now I will not use Nourish or anything. I will just like take them down, as you can see. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. Now we are activating the galvanized and shit like that. Boom. And now let's get going. Boom. Go. Simple as this. Look at that. Clearing enemies like butter. See? Now we didn't even reach the part where they are totally armor stripped. Go. Boom. Boom. You see that? It's really powerful and crazy, as this weapon actually proccing viral and corrosive at the same time, and enemies survive long enough, it will actually, like, you know, be armor stripped. Now of course you can, if you feel enemies overguard is like kinda of overwhelming you in a way, it's simple. You can go for the magnetic right about here. The magnetic capacity, you can replace either the serration, in my opinion, is like one of the best options to do. There you go, serration right here. Now we have corrosive, magnetic, and viral. Now it's tricky, 18%, 11%, and 42% for viral, but who cares? Testing is what always matters. But for that we will summon the Thrax Centurions. Go. Now, boom, and look at that. Now as you can see, level 230 Thrax Centurions. So we're broken 10 stacks of magnetic, we're broken 10 stacks of viral. We're not reaching to armor strip them fully yet, but now this one is got armor strip. But you really get the point in here, right? Boom, boom. I didn't feel the need of using magnetic, as the weapon pulls enough power with just serration. I didn't feel the need of it. And also, if you really want, you can take even critical delay out, and you can put the magnetic capacity in there. I know this sounds crazy, I know this doesn't sound cool to you, like, wait, Han, you're reducing critical chance. I know, but the difference between 30% critical chance and 10% critical chance is not that great, honestly. But look at this, what you have. See this? Now you're still having like yellow crits, yes, 1,400,000 crits. You see all those yellow crits. As I told you, the difference is not so big. The weapon fire rate is decent, and it can handle itself. That. Now, boom. Now you got magnetic, you got it all. And now if we summon Thrax Centurions, you will notice a huge like improvement in performance and taking them down. Boom, like that. See, now we're taking down even faster and better because we increase the total damage. Now, a lot of weapons doesn't need serration because they're really powerful, and like we are squeezed in mod space. But I tell you, in any build you can imagine, if we had extra mod slots, you will see serration in every single build. But the reason we skip serration and we stick to multiplicative, not because serration is bad, it's just like because we don't have mod space and we prefer multiplicative damages instead of the additive damages like serration. Simple as that. Now, that's how it performed with our baby Excalibur. Now, if we switch to Hero, for example, Hero Prime, of course, and let's go. We will summon heavy corrupted gunners and we will unpause them, right? And we will use the fourth ability. Go. Damage prevented. Blah 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 blah. Go. Let's just like let them finish hitting us, so to get our buff. There you go, 50% critical chance, going invisible. Now, of course, you can go with the Spectral Restoration at this case. As you can see, we're doing orange crits already. So, red crits. Look at that amazing bubble, 3 million. Go, that. Now, tell me this is not amazing, huh? Tell me this is not beautiful. And it is what it is, Tano. It is what it is. That's how we do things around here. Go. That. Boom. Boom. Ending this here. Look at that. Isn't this just beautiful? Boom. 3 million. Now, of course, Tano, there is a lot of ways to boost the damage. For example, if we go to, let's say, for example, let's go to Mirage as a damage boosting example. Go, summoning level 230 heavy corrupted gunners. Right? Go. Check this out. They stand no chance at all. Look at that. Easy, right? Now, if we go to Sarin, now I'm trying to show you here that it's very easy to boost. It's very easy to boost the damage of stuff in Warframe, and it's the easiest thing actually you can do in this game. Right, let's go. Check this out, catch. Boom. Boom. Wait for the galvanized to begin. Go. Did you look at that? That's power right there. One more time. That in. Go. Just like you're melting them. Melted. Even without the headshot fire left. Boom. Gone. Easy as that. So in Warframe, you can boost, and it's very, very easy. The easiest thing to do actually boosting your damage. I promise you that. And by this reach the end, I will give the Scourge Prime 7 out of 10, very powerful weapon, and I would give it 7.5 out of 10 when it's held by Hero. Big love to you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you so much for joining my Discord, or follow me on Twitch, or follow me on TikTok. Special thanks to Hall of members, special VIPs, and disputed donators, and Hall of donations. Thank you for all your amazing support and my amazing community. And I will see you guys next time.